Hafide, welcome to another great edition of GCA Today. Thank you very much for having us. This is Richard Clark with the Oceania Elevator Company, LLC. Richard, welcome.
Thank you.
Gosh, I got to ask you, when did you begin? And please tell us about yourself, your company, and what you do for the island of Guam.
Okay. All right. Let's start with when did I begin in the elevator industry?
Amen to that.
Which is 1980.
1980.
Yeah. So I'm on my 39th year of
Yeah.
elevator business.
39 years, so I'm going to be comfortable getting into an elevator knowing that somebody with 40 years of experience and knowledge of this,
overseeing the
nothing's going to happen, right?
All
is
good. Absolutely correct.
Yeah, right on. Oh, that makes me feel good. So I'm going to press that button, bing, we're gone.
Yes. So I did work for a major company for 20 years, and then I started a new company here on Guam in 2002.
Okay, congratulations.
And it was very successful, and we were bought out by a larger company.
Okay.
And once that happened, it created a void in the islands for service.
All right.
There were many people that were coming to myself and my new partner and saying, we need somebody
We need help, yeah.
to help us be responsive, to take care of our equipment, and not charge us too much.
I mean, well, that's always,
seriously,
that's always,
yes.
Amen to that, yeah.
So we fit that niche, and so we have to start all over, and we started in Saipan, and began our campaign there, and we came to Guam, and we do have installation contracts here, and we are primarily seeking to provide maintenance services for all the people that own elevators and escalators here on Guam.
Oh, including escalators. Yes, so, yes. With existing elevators here in Guam, if it's done by one company, there's no issue with you coming in and maintaining that elevator?
That's correct.
The
only issue is that generally they're under contract.
Okay.
And at the end of you have to wait till the end of the contract, unless of course you completely modernize the elevator and change the control system. Then that kind of voids that.
And let's say I'm a large to medium-sized contractor, and I'm building a couple buildings for the military, for tourists. The hotels, one of the hotels. Would I be able to, at the planning stages, contact you and say, hey, Richard, I need some help. We're going to put in this elevator, and along with you putting in the brand new elevator, we can have you maintain it for X amount of years, right?
Exactly.
Would it be okay to, I have no idea on what the costs are relative to an actual elevator, and I'm sure there's just 1,000 variables involved, but...
It's similar to asking me how much does it cost to buy a car.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
nice.
It depends. Not
That's
price-wise, not price-wise.
Yeah, okay.
But in terms of what exactly you're looking for. So you need to be very specific about that. There are different types of cars, there are different types of elevators.
That's right.
So it depends on what your application is. It depends on how many floors you're going to put in.
Okay. Let's say your hotel was 10 stories high, and you tell me, what is the average size elevator?
Well, for a hotel, you'd want to do something around 3,500 pound capacity. Okay, so that's about 7 feet wide, and it's about 5.5 feet deep.
Oh, wow, that's not, doesn't seem very big.
It's pretty good size.
Yeah?
Look at the elevator you rode onto this morning, and that's probably a 3,000 or 3,500.
Oh, okay, so that's your standard or average.
So that's a good passenger elevator.
Oh, nice. What is the largest one that you've ever done in your entire career of elevators?
I did this building called the Columbia Center in Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
And it was 50 floors. Out of 70, it was a 76-story building, but 50 floors was a one floor run.
Floor run.
Well, it went from the 4th floor to the 40th floor. Okay, so it's 36 floors, complete run, and those things were, it's 6,000 pounds capacity, and they ran at 1,200 feet a minute.
1,200 feet per minute.
Yes.
That's about 1,200.
That's correct.
And I gotta say, I've been to the Stratosphere in Las Vegas, and part of the whole trip is you enter that elevator to go to the top. All of a sudden your ears are just pop, pop, pop,
right?
And then it's next thing you know, you're opening the doors are opening. Now that, I mean, that is 1,000 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the real trick with that is to make the motion, the acceleration, deceleration, imperceptible.
Yeah.
That's the real trick.
That's a good word. What was that? What?
Imperceptible.
Okay. What does that word mean?
Well, you can't tell.
Yeah.
Like you said, you got in the elevator and you stood there.
Yes.
And the next thing you know, the doors are open.
That's right.
That's the best kind of ride you could possibly
And
have.
so you have experience in that regard, elevators such as that size,
well, yes. I mean, it's all in the control systems, the drives, and all the equipment you put in there. But yes.
Right. Is there anything more, or you want to mention about your company? What do you started in Saipan? You're working on a couple projects now.
Yeah, here on Guam.
Nice.
And like I said, primarily we're going to be focused on the maintenance of existing elevators, which also means we can do repair, we can also do upgrade, or if you need another one added to your building.
Have you ever seen this where you have a 2-story or 3-story building? It never was designed for an elevator, but all of a sudden, I as the owner of this building want an elevator. Have you done it to where you can customize it, or from the exterior or interior, or do something?
As a matter of fact, in my past life here in Guam, my past company, we've done several buildings like that.
Oh, okay.
And a good example is the Dos Amantes Plaza.
Yes.
You know where that is?
Yeah, Puntan Dos.
Well, the Dos Amantes Plaza, which is formerly owned by Tanota.
Yes, yeah.
Between Wendy's.
So you're the one who did that?
Yes.
Nice.
And also the next building up, which is now the Radipuran building.
Yeah.
Same thing. Added the shaft outside, and also.
Wow.
And the shaft construction is by a general contractor, and then the elevator gets installed in that.
So how long is the life expectancy of an actual standard size, like this one that we've written in up here?
Yeah, well, you would say on Guam, depends on where you're situated. If you're situated by the water.
Yeah, like we are, like all of us are.
Like the condominiums and that sort of thing. 30 years, you're pushing it. You're pushing it. But that doesn't mean you have to rip the whole thing out.
Correct.
You just replace the controls, the signals, and those things.
Now what I'm thinking is, like, I own a car, and maintenance is key.
Absolutely.
To everything, practically, our human bodies. But how often, I own this elevator here, how often would you come in and service the elevator?
Okay, well, contrary to the industry trend, we still prescribe that you get a monthly visit per unit.
Okay.
And there's a considerable amount of housekeeping that needs to be done, and that prevents a lot of the trouble. Most of the trouble happens with the doors. And if you don't keep that clean, smooth, and adjusted, that's where you're going to have some shutdown issues.
I've seen in some elevators, and I'm not saying it's here in Guam, but when they're going up, and you kind of, when you're coming to a stop, and it makes that extra whoop, extra 6-inch stop, and then when the doors begin to open, you see like 6 inches off, and then it moves again. It's like, hello.
Well, don't be concerned.
Okay.
That's programmed.
Yeah, correct. Okay.
Okay, so it goes into, you have an acceleration speed, and then you have a deceleration speed, and then you have what you call the leveling speed.
Okay.
So when it's coming into the floor, it hits some vanes outside and tells it to go into the leveling speed, and it'll bring it into the floor nice and smoothly. Okay. But some companies do a pre-opening of the door. Okay. You don't have to be completely. You're within the leveling zone.
Yeah.
And then it'll pre-open the door. So by the time the doors are open large enough for you to walk through, then the elevator should be level.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? With 40 years of experience here on Guam, Saipan, and the U.S., I tell you, I don't see nothing but success for you in the future. And do you have a team here on Guam?
We do.
Okay, and you operate your standard operating hours, Monday through Friday. Yeah, is there a contact number?
There are a few. 472-5629 is the main number. And of course my cell phone number. And my partner, Marvin Smith, who also owns JMSI Electric Company.
Okay. Work together hand in hand.
Has worked together with me on this. So if I'm not available, he's available.
Right. Well, I tell you what, Richard, thank you for your time today. I've learned quite a bit on elevators, and you just make me feel so much better each time I'm going to enter one. Thank you very much, Richard.
All right, one last thing.
Sure.
Email info@oceaniaelevator@yahoo.com. yahoo.com.
Thank you.
info.oceaniaelevator@yahoo.com.
Thank you. And we'll make sure all the information is on there when this podcast goes out.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.